My name is Debbie.
My name is Diego.
I am Armando.
My name is Luz.
Lucrecia.
Hi everyone, my name is Takaya Barber and today I'm going to tell you about how I made my decision to come to PVCC. So when I was younger, I'd always pictured myself going to some big college with these good grades, and when I pictured myself, I was either studying to be a lawyer at Harvard or studying marine biology at UCLA. Things didn't work out like that. When I went to high school, I was in this amazing academy, the Environmental Studies Academy, and I didn't put everything that I could have put into it. I ended up failing 2 of the classes, which kind of set me up for a downhill slope for the next 3 years. 10th and 11th grade, I worked my butt off to get my grades up, but nothing could save me. Senior year came along, and it was time to apply for colleges. And couldn't get into any because I took off honors classes in 9th grade that I failed that brought me down too much to recover from. So PVCC was the last thing I wanted to do. I was always set on going to some college and doing big girl things. But then when it seemingly came down to it, I had no choice but PVCC. I applied and I got in. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in PVCC, but then in my senior year, I did this fellowship with the special education kids that set me on my path from there. As weird as this might sound, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do too well that year in high school because it did lead me to where I needed to be, which was Piedmont, and it did put me in a good spot with my career. It definitely did teach me failure, which helped me understand that that's what you need to do to be able to come back stronger and more successful. So I guess the moral of this story is that you can come back from anything, even a 1.7 GPA? Yeah, so thank you for listening. I'm Takaya Barber, and this has been my speech.
No.
I had always pictured myself going to some big college with good grades that paved the way for me to do anything or go anywhere. When I thought about it, I always pictured myself either studying law at Harvard or studying marine biology at UCLA. That's not how things worked out. When I got to high school, I was in this academy, the Environmental Studies Academy, that worked with a lot of outdoor stuff and experiments, which I thought would be good for the field I wanted to go in, which was marine biology. I didn't try the hardest that I could have. I kind of just slacked off and pushed everything to the side, and that was a really awful way to start to start high school in general. It got even worse when I ended up failing 2 of the 3 honors classes that I was taking, which really, really brought me down really early in the game. I was excited to be a part of the academy, and it's really just sad that I didn't apply myself the way I could because it, like I said, did end up setting me down a path of failure, basically. The next 2 years, I worked my butt off to maintain good grades. I had A's and B's and an occasional C, which was good, but nothing could save me from freshman year. Senior year came along, and it was time to apply for colleges, and I was excited to apply but nervous because I didn't think I was going to get into anywhere, which I didn't. I applied to 12 schools and didn't get into a single one. Sad, I know. The last thing that I wanted to do was Piedmont, not because it's like a community college and who goes to community college, because it just wasn't what I saw myself doing. And when it came down to it, I was kind of like, oh man, I'm stuck here. But now that I'm here and that I've started my classes and I know what it's about, I'm actually really happy that I got here. It's honestly just regular college, and it's saving me money, so that's always a plus. I now actually know what I'm set on doing, which is special education, and I learned that my senior year of high school when I did a fellowship with the special education kids, which if I had stayed in the Environmental Science Academy, I wouldn't have had the schedule room to be able to do that, so I think it worked out pretty good. So back to PVCC. I think that what happened in high school definitely set me up in a good place, despite failing the classes. I'm here in PVCC and I'm getting the education and I'm having fun. So all in all, what this has taught me is that you have to fail to be able to grow and to become stronger and be successful, which is exactly what I'm on the path to do. So yay to PVCC. I'm glad that I'm here, and I hope that I will flourish and that I'll start this freshman year off better than I started high school freshman year off. Thank you guys for listening to my speech.